Hi guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're looking at our auction purchase of a 180SX with a turbo SR20 engine in it. Now before I get into the review on this one, I feel like it's important to explain to people who don't know what we as a company do. Basically, we're an agent that purchases from auctions here in Japan on the buyer's behalf. So you pick out your own vehicle and then we go ahead and buy it for you based on the information that's given to us from the auction inspection sheet. So some people want to get cars in certain conditions, and some people want good cars, some people want lower priced cars, and so you get to pick basically where you are in that range. Now the reason why I'm talking about this is because this car is on the lower end of the scale. This was probably in the bottom 15% of prices for 180s, and so this is going to be a good video for those of you looking for 180 on the cheap. This vehicle is going to be exported to the USA. Mileage is 121,031, and mechanically this vehicle seems to be in really good shape. The body is pretty rough, the interior is okay, but mechanically it looks like it's in really good shape. The SR20, this one's a red top engine, it's the first generation of the SR20. Started right up without a problem. Probably in this video it's going to sound like it's a little bit clicky. It seems like the audio for the camera tends to accentuate the clickiness of the engine. In real life it sounds normal. We have a stock side mount intercooler in there. If you look closely, some of the fins are bumped and stuff, so intercooler swap would probably do it well. Aftermarket air filter, aftermarket JDM sock. Radiator fluid looks good, or coolant, or whatever you want to call it, and oil looks like it's in good shape. The top cover of the engine is missing, so you can see the coils there, which is okay. It keeps the coils cool. And we have some corrosion in the engine bay here. It is right on the seam, so kind of an annoying place to find it. Strut tower bar there. Pillow upper mounts on the suspension, so that's here. Sometimes called camber plates. Okay, I'm going to lower the hood here and we'll take a look at the body. And we will go over that auction sheet. All the information in it is written in Japanese. You get a full translation of that if you're looking to buy the cars or bid on them at auction. So here's what it looks like. Looks like your typical amateur drift car, really. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it was used for. Anyways, let's take a look at the auction sheet. Keep in mind this is the information that the seller received prior to bidding on the car. So it's a 1992 180SX. This is an auction grade R because it's been in an accident. Interior C and exterior B. 121,031 kilometers. So relatively low for a low priced car. Usually for a car that costs about this much, you'd be looking at higher mileage. Manual transmission. Power steering, power windows, adjustable coilover suspension, aftermarket exhaust, aftermarket aero parts, and air cleaner. Aftermarket steering wheel, it says red head or red top, and S14 radiator. I didn't even notice that when I was looking at it, but then again, I don't know how to tell an S14 radiator from a S13. Okay, so windshield rock chip, interior dirty, scratched, rip and wear, underside surface rust and corrosion. Now the underside of the car, we take pictures of the underside for the report. Can't really get all up in the areas. I'll show you quickly what it looks like. You can see some corrosion right there at the jack-up point, some surface rust. Okay, and I'm going to show you at the front here, another area that has some corrosion. Look at the frame member there. Okay, and I'll go over to the other side too. Now I understand it is dark under there. Cameras don't like to focus in dark areas, and so we do what we can. And you can see this one has some corrosion up in here where my thumb is. Otherwise it's okay. I would say you know, this one is now 25 years old compared to your average kind of northern USA 25-year-old car. I think it's less corrosion, but you can get a car without corrosion here in Japan pretty easily. This one obviously states that it has it. It says exterior has some paint fade. Back panel is torn. Core support right front inner panel dented. Condenser dented. Condenser is for the AC. It goes in front of the radiator. And see in there, because you can clearly see the dent in the condenser there. The AC seems to work. It says here the AC doesn't work. I felt it. It felt like it worked. Maybe it doesn't. It's hard to tell. It's not that warm out today, so it felt cold to me, but it could just be the cold air. What else? Antenna has been removed. It's actually been taped over. Rear wiper has been removed. And aftermarket extra gauges. Dashboard has large cracks in it. AC doesn't work. And electronic folding mirrors don't work. I think they're joking there because I believe that this car doesn't have the electronic folding mirrors. I think these ones are just that sounded like an electronic one. Okay, time to look. Is that the switch for it? I think it is. Okay, electric folding mirrors don't work. Now take a look at the body diagram. This is the important part. Okay, cracked front bumper and misaligned with large scratches. That's what A3 means. U3 and U2, those are big dents on the front fenders. Paint peeling, repainted, replaced, and cracked on the rear bumper, as well as various scratches, dents, repair marks, wheel scratch, and door mirror scratch. Phew! Okay, let's take a look at the condition. We're now 6.5 minutes in, and we didn't really talk about that very much, and so we'll do a once around here. You can see it has a full aftermarket aero kit on it, and the aero kit is not in good condition. It's your typical bumper that has been cracked, repaired, cracked, repaired, and doesn't fit on properly because the mounting areas have been damaged. Okay, I have to say the gold color is lovely. I absolutely love this car in gold. And you don't see it very often. Now the paint doesn't match. If you take a look closely, there's kind of 3 different paint colors. There's the front bumper and the rear bumper. That's because paint sits differently on the plastic bits. There's the side panels, and then there's the hood and the trunk are a different color. And I'll show you in better detail. Here we go, we can see it better here. So the hood and the trunk were probably replaced from a car that was in better condition. If you take a close look, you have a nice, glossy, clear, great condition paint on the hood and the trunk. And then these ones, the paint has faded to a slightly different color because they didn't come from the original car. Or those ones didn't come from the original car. They came from a better condition one than this one. And so color fade there. You can see it better. I guess it's kind of hard to see it in the video. There you go, you can see it there. The roof has a little bit cloudy paint, and then the trunk has the very bright, clear paint of the hood. Same deal. Okay, we're going to make people sad by taking a look at the bad parts, but that's kind of my job to pick out the bad parts of the car, because I can't just talk about good parts. So the front bumper, you can see it's sagging, so it doesn't meet up with the hood properly there. A lot of aftermarket bumpers don't fit the hoods properly on this car, but this one's in worse condition. I think the place where they mount it is just a design weakness for the Nissan. And then you look at the front bumper, has lots of cracks. Some people think that that's cool. If you think about it, this car is probably drifted in Japan, which those are now authentic JDM drift cracks. And so, put a sticker here that says, "This happened in Japan." Here's the big dents on the fender. Have a look. And on the other one, this one is the U3, so it's the worst one. And the peeling paint you can see here. And then the same peeling paint is on the back here. Now, that being said, aside from the front fenders, which can be replaced, especially replaced to an aftermarket fiberglass wide fender, the doors and the back are very straight and very nice with no dents and no scratches. And so you replace those front fenders, front and rear bumper, and this car could actually look pretty good at a pretty low amount of money. That's a good thing, because we got this car for cheap because of the bad condition of the body, but can be fixed. 15-inch wheels look comically small on modern cars. Even my wheels are 16. Aftermarket exhaust with a cool, colorful tip. And rear bumper, just like the front. See the cracks there. You have the center garnish that says RPS 13. That is cool, but it is faded. Okay, on to the interior. Oh, one thing, windshield gaskets separated. Now I haven't seen this very often, but it kind of seems like something that would be popular on these cars. Open up the doors. Okay, now I got another video of the interior, so I'm not going to spend too much time here. Just going to show you what we have. Bit of a separated card here. Tape on there. Aftermarket steering wheel is Personal brand. It's nice, quite nice actually. Seats are saggy, but you can't see it in the video. It's worse in real life than it looks like. So they kind of look like one of those wrinkly dogs. This section here, the padding has come out of it. There's a rip here, but the padding has come out and there's a hard seat frame rail right here. And when you're sitting, not when you're sitting in, when you get in and out, you can feel that. And so it is a little bit annoying. Back seats have a dent in the middle there. You can see. Okay. It's gonna sit in here. So we have white phase gauges, but they are the original gauges just with inserts put on. You see they are the standard scale, 180 kilometers per hour. Inside of the car smells like water. Not like a flood damaged car, because flood damaged car you would be able to see sand and stuff down in here, which you don't have. It just smells like somebody was wearing a wet coat and then sat in the car, and then the car sat for a long time. More of smell of sitting for a long time than a smell of water damage. Okay, aftermarket mini disc and CD player and DVD video, but no screen. The big cracks on the dashboard are luckily not on this section of it. That's where you see most of the dashboard. If you're driving, this is what you see. I'm driving. That's where the cracks are. And these dashboards are famous for cracking. And so this one, even though it is a large crack, a lot of cracks, it's less than a lot of these 180s. Okay. Trunk. No spoiler on the back. I happen to prefer this car without a spoiler on the back. Okay, it's missing one of the strings for the rear board, but the rear board is in good shape. Some staining and kind of wear of the carpet, not too bad. Look at this, inserts that can be taken off so that you can put a strut tower bar in. That's thinking. Underneath here, I don't see any rust in there, but if you take that tire out, you probably will find some. All right, so there we have it. It is a 180SX with the SR20 turbocharged engine and probably a lower grade model here. So that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comment section and I will take a look at them. If you do have questions that involve importing your own car, please send those to our email, and because we don't reply to all the questions that we get in the comment section. We get plenty of them throughout the whole channel. And our email is on our website. There's a link to that in the description. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful day.